Hi everyone, I'll try to make this pretty quick. This is a quick guide to downloading Anki from the very beginning and setting up the new Anking deck and with all my settings, my add-ons, and the first aid images. So let's get started. First is to actually download Anki. I'm gonna have the links to everything in the description, including my add-ons. We're doing 23.10.1. I'm using this version because it has the FSRS algorithm, and because if you use the newest version, usually it breaks most of your add-ons, so you want to be sure to download this one. Always just do Q6. Remember, you can click, if you're using a Mac, you can click that Apple logo on the top left and press About to see whether you have the Intel chip or not, and then just do QT6. Then you just go ahead and download it. Shout out to Shaylee for letting me record on her MacBook to set up her Anki. So yeah, always ignore this update here. You never want to update Anki. That was the point of downloading the old version. Next, click that options bar to the right of the decks. This applies for all of your decks. Go ahead and copy here. So put like 9,999 for these first two presets. All these options are from the Anking's video. 15 minutes for learning steps, 15 minutes for lapses. Unlock these. Then turn on FSRS and do 1,825 days for your maximum interval. So once you really know a card, you could possibly see it in 1,825 days, which is 5 years. Next, press sync in Anki, and it should prompt you to sign into an Ankiweb account. Go ahead and make that here. Then open your add-ons folder. You can also press Command-Shift-A or Control-Shift-A. Once you're here, you can do view files, and this will open the file system. So make sure you go ahead and download. I have a link to a mega drive. Download my add-ons. To select all my add-ons, don't just drag the folder, drag the add-ons within, starting with that, and then you can hold shift and click and it'll select all the way there. Go ahead and drag that into your add-ons 21 folder. You might have to unzip the file first. I hope you know how to do that. Next, now that you have all those in your add-ons 21 folder, if you restart Anki, you'll have all the add-ons. Simple as that. So next is to download the Anking version 12 deck. You do this through Ankihub. It will cost $5 a month, but you can just pay for it once and unsubscribe if you don't want to keep paying $5. Although I would, compared to medical school tuition, I would just keep paying $5 to have your cards constantly being updated. If you look at it, it's 42,919 subscribers. That's probably about how many people in the world are studying for USMLE, Step 1, Step 2, Step 3, and they're all paying $5 a month. Next, you'll click here. There's like a order. You should already have the Ankihub add-on since it's in that folder when you dragged it over, but in case you didn't, there's a link here. And this is all after you pay for the $5. And next, you sign in to Ankihub within Anki. You saw that folder there. If it won't work, you just restart Anki and it'll prompt you to sign into Ankihub. And make sure you press subscribe to the Ankihub deck, to the Ankingoverhaul deck, and just follow along with me here. So this is going to take a while. It's downloading like around 30,000 Anki cards plus all the media. So you definitely want to make sure you're on good internet when you're doing all of this. and give it plenty of time to sync. I just press yes on this. I don't really know what this means. Okay, perfect. Now you have the Ankingoverhaul. Again, make sure you give it plenty of time for the images to sync, but in the meantime, there's some other stuff we can do. Go back to Ankihub, click on the Ankingoverhaul deck, click those 3 dots in the top right corner, and then click on Manage Protected Data. Then you'll click on the Ankingoverhaul Protected Fields dropdown, and you're going to want to uncheck First Aid. First Aid is copyright, so it does not come with any images in this deck, but we're unchecking it so that we're able to import the First Aid images, which is provided within the Mega Drive that I'm linking in the description. So make sure you download the images from the Mega Drive and unzip them, and then go ahead and import First Aid images for Anking deck. If it says anything about having repeat files, just press continue upload anyways. And there you go, you have the First Aid images. So here's a little brief tour if you're completely new to Anki. You're going to go to the browser. To unsuspend cards, to make use of this deck, you go to the browser. You typically, when it comes to decks, you're going to want to sort by what's called tags. So don't really sort by the decks option, like a lot of people make that mistake. Yeah, so there's the tags. This is what you are looking for. And what you want to look for is Anking Step 1 version 12. You hit that drop down box, and here is all the different tags. These are lots of different resources. And how you use this, for example, here's Costanzo. This is a physiology book. After you read a chapter, let's say you read the first part of the cardio chapter, this exactly corresponds with the book. You see in the top next to browse, it says 85 cards. By the way, because it's yellow, that means it's suspended, so you don't see the card. You need to unsuspend the cards in order to see them. You can just click Command A or Control A to select them all within there, and then you toggle suspend. You can also just hit Command J, if you see right there. And then you just unlock these 85 cards. And so after you read the chapter, you can test your knowledge. And this is a spaced repetition algorithm, so you'll remember this forever. You press spacebar, and it's equal. So let's say you got it wrong, you would press again, or you could press good. Spacebar will just do good, and you'll see the card again in 2 days. If you press again, you'll see it again in 15 minutes. And here are some of my preferences. Like, I put it in dark mode, and for the answer keys, yeah, here's dark mode. For the answer keys, like to press again, hard, good, or easy, I'd change it to J, K, L, and whatever the button to the right of L is called, semicolon, I guess. And I keep my index finger on the keyboard, and that's what I use to press, like index with again or spacebar for good. If you get a card wrong or any part of a card wrong, you definitely want to press again. Don't get in the habit of pressing hard just for the sake of like the algorithm. Just trust me on that one. And if a card is really easy and you basically know it, you can just press easy. And here's my preferences again. Next, here's an example of what you do when you download a deck from the internet. I'm going to link the Donkey Anatomy deck When you first download a deck, none of the cards are going to be suspended. Unlike with Ankihub, they do come suspended, but most of the time, just a random deck off the internet is not suspended. The only time you're ever going to use the decks tab usually is when you just initially want to unsuspend, when you want to suspend everything. So went to decks, donkey anatomy, control A, and then toggle suspend. And now you see there's nothing due, and it's a clean start. And I'm going to start where we are in the school year right now. For how you might use this deck, we're in the thorax, abdomen, pelvis. We're at lungs right now, but here's the first part unlocked, which is the mediastatum and thoracic cavity. The cards look something like this. And let's just say, I don't know, we got it wrong. You press again. Usually the first time you go through cards, you're going to get them wrong. If you accidentally press like good or again when you didn't mean to, you can press Z or Command Z to undo a card. And that's all I have for today. If you have any questions, just leave a comment and I can help you there. See you.